From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Jee Abbey Lee reporting. The chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Devin Nunes, says he is temporarily withdrawing from the panel's investigation into alleged Russian hacking during the 2016 election campaign. Nunes said several left-wing activist groups filed accusations of impropriety against him with the Office of Congressional Ethics, and he would step back from the investigation until the charges are cleared up. VOA's Jeff Custer has more.
Nunes called the charges baseless, but said he believes it is in the best interest of the House Intelligence Committee and the Congress for him to allow Representative Mike Conaway to temporarily take charge of the committee's Russia investigation. House Speaker Paul Ryan explained the move to reporters Thursday.
Chairman Nunes wants to make sure that this is not a distraction to a very important investigation, so he wants to go clear himself while this investigation continues on without any kinds of distractions.
Ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, Representative Adam Schiff, Thursday, expressed his appreciation for Nunes' decision, saying it will allow the investigation to get back on track. Jeff Custer, VOA News, Washington.
U.S. President Donald Trump is greeting his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping at his Florida resort Thursday for a two-day summit. Mr. Trump hopes to pressure Beijing into doing more to rein in North Korea's nuclear weapons development. Earlier this week, Trump warned, if China is not going to solve North Korea, we will. His administration is considering sanctions against Chinese banks and companies that give Pyongyang access to international financing. Speaking to reporters on Air Force One, Trump said the roughly $310 billion U.S. trade deficit with China is also high in the agenda. This is VOA News. Syria and Russia are once again denying allegations that Syrian warplanes dropped chemical bombs on a rebel-held town in northern Syria this week. Syrian Foreign Minister Walid Muallim told reporters in Damascus Thursday the government did not use chemical weapons during airstrikes on Khan Sheikhoun and would never use them. The attack killed nearly 100 people and left more than 350 sick, including children. In wake of the toxic chemical attack in Syria, Special Advisor to the UN Special Envoy for Syria, Jan Egeland, is urging the U.S., Russia, and other countries to bring the civil war to an end. Lisa Schlein reports for VOA from Geneva.
Special Advisor on Syria, Jan Egeland, says a war where children suffocate to death because of toxic chemicals is a very, very dirty war. Egeland says he is a humanitarian and does not believe in military solutions, so he is not in favor of reported calls for military action by the U.S. against Syria.
What I do welcome is a renewed interest from the United States to focus on the carnage in Syria. We need our co-chairs, which are Russia and the United States still, to be equally seized with the situation of the Syrian civilians.
Egeland says the UN has sought permission to provide humanitarian aid for 1 million people in hard-to-reach and besieged areas in April and May. He notes that only one-third of that request, however, has been approved in full by the government of Bashar al-Assad. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
Democrats have voted against Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch. The Senate vote was 55 for and 45 against, but 5 short of the 60 votes needed to confirm the Colorado Appeals Court judge. The Republicans then invoked the so-called nuclear option on the Gorsuch confirmation, meaning the party in control can pass their nominees with a simple majority. Last night, Democratic senators did not miss the chance to voice their opinions of Gorsuch. Minnesota Senator Al Franken says Gorsuch ruled too many times with corporations.
I've come to the conclusion that elevating Judge Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court's bench would merely guarantee more of the same from the Roberts Court, a sharply divided, already activist court that routinely sides with powerful corporate interests over the rights of average Americans.
Then there was Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, who echoed the same concerns as Senator Franken. I am Jee Abbey Lee in Washington.
That's the latest world news from VOA.